Good afternoon. Please take a seat. Now, before we begin with the interview, I want to say that we are very grateful that you chose to be a part of the Interspecies exchange program to allow an interspecies girl to be staying at your house for the next year. This means a lot to us. With all the discrimination and hate these girls have been receiving since time immemorial from human culture, the government was reluctant to invest in a program to try to incorporate them into human society. But people like you, who are willing to share their lives with an individual who not only comes from a totally different cultural environment, but also has quite a lot of special requirements due to her unique physical features, is truly something worthy of praise. Creating a world in which human and demi-human people can live peacefully together is our main goal, and your contribution is one more step in the path to accomplish it. Well, first of all, I need to give you a few warnings. I will be very straightforward on this. Any type of harassment toward the girl you will be living with is a direct infraction of the Interspecies Cooperation Treaty. This obviously includes any kind of sexual harassment or inappropriate behavior. Is that clear? Good. Let's begin with the questions. Would it be acceptable for us to do some remodeling to your house in order to make the girl feel more at ease? This would, of course, be paid for by the program. Yes, well, some of the girls belong to a category we call heavyweight. Orcs, centaurs, arachne, lamia, holstar, many others. These girls can be more than 7 feet tall, and they would need bigger doors than normal, higher ceilings and such. Also, there are mermaids. They would need an indoor pool and water-resistant furniture. And don't even get me started on the reptile girls. Okay, so this is okay with you. That's good to hear. Next question. Do you have any phobias? Arachnophobia, ophidiophobia, ornithophobia, hippophobia? Well, if you don't know, then probably not, but those terms respectively mean fear of spiders, snakes, birds, and horses. Good. Next question. Some of these girls have very specific diets. It would be very good if you could eat together so she feels more integrated to some kind of family dynamic. Some girls, like centaurs for example, have a vegetarian diet for the most part. On the opposite end of the spectrum, lamias and arachne eat almost only meat and foods that contain high amounts of protein. Which one would you feel more comfortable having dinner with every night? Okay. Now, some girls have very specific personality traits that relate to their species. I don't mean to stereotype, but these features do tend to be deeply ingrained into their culture. For example, some arachne have very sadistic tendencies. Most of them control them very well, though, and something like 10% of them don't have them at all. Lamias and dragon girls are very prideful, some might even say arrogant. Centaurs follow a sort of a knightly etiquette system. Canine individuals, like werewolves and kitsunes, tend to get very strongly attached to their friends and family, which can be uncomfortable for some people. And most giant-type species tend to be on the dominant side. Would any of that make you want to reconsider your decision to become a part of this program? No? Excellent. Next, I will introduce you to some of the girls who are applying to come to our country for the next year. I will call them one by one so you can have a nice chat with them, and at the end you can tell me which one you think you're most compatible with. Okay? Great. Hi. This lovely young lady here is Dana. She's a wolf girl. Be nice with her. I'll be waiting outside. Hi, my name is Dana. I'm 18 years old, and my favorite foods are hot dogs and peanut butter. Not together. Sometimes together. But it's usually more like I'll eat hot dogs at lunch and then 2 or 3 spoons of peanut butter in the middle of the afternoon. But how can I be so rude, just talking about that without asking your name? What is your name? Wow, that is a nice name. Is it a name that's common in this country? How many people do you know with the same name as you? I remember when I was little, more or less 7 years old, I thought I was the only person with my name, and then I met an old lady with my same name, and it was like, wow, is this person me from the future? But no, she was an old lady that just happens to have the same name as me. I realized it when I heard her last name, and I don't remember what that was, but it sounded like Slavic. Do you know any Slavic people? I know a few. I used to hang out with this girl named Sarah in my first year of high school, and she had a boyfriend. His name was Yuri. I always thought that was a girl's name, but anyway, Yuri and Sarah broke up the next year and she changed schools and we stopped talking. I still like her though, so maybe someday in the summer I will call her and hang out. Sarah's a wolf girl too, and she's very tall, like 6 feet tall. I'm only 5 feet tall. Do you think I'm short? Well, let me tell you, my mom is even shorter, but that's probably because she had this problem in her back. I don't remember the name of it, but why did we start talking about it? I don't even know. Oh, right, because I asked you your name. Did I tell you it's a really nice name? Well, it is. And your clothes are nice too. I love that color. And before you ask, yes, I am able to see color. A lot of people think that wolf girls are colorblind, but not all of us are. Only a few more than humans, actually. But anyway, tell me more about you. Do you watch anime? Do you like classical music? Have you heard about Tchaikovsky? That guy's awesome. He had this one song where he used cannons as musical instruments. Isn't that crazy? Or maybe you're more of a heavy metal type person. My dad loves metal. He's like a diehard fan of this band. I don't remember the full name, but it has black on it. Also, he's into heavy lifting. Do you go to the gym? I have personally never gone to the gym, but I would like to try. Maybe we can go together, but please don't think that I would force you to go if you don't want to. It's fine. I mean, everyone likes different things, right? And about that, what hobbies do you have? Oh, I can't believe it. I love to do that too. Yeah, I used to do it all the time with my 2 sisters and our older cousin. Ha, good old days. Now my cousin is at college and she never has time to hang out anymore. She's doing her thesis, something about botany. Oh, if I can, I'll introduce her to you. She's like your age, I think. How old are you? Really? You don't look your age. Maybe it's because I'm only used to seeing wolf people and we age at a different pace. Or maybe it's just you. I don't know. Do you like rabbits? I mean, it's food. I love it. If you want, I can teach you how to hunt rabbits. Oh, but if you don't like hunting, that's okay too. Sorry, did I make this awkward? Oh, good. That's a relief. Oh, I have one last question. I almost forgot. Do you have any allergies? Because I've heard that some people are allergic to the fur of wolf girls, and if you are, I don't want to be a nuisance. Oh, hi, miss. Is our time up? It was very short. Yes, Dana, your time is over. Please go back to the waiting room and send the next girl in. Okie dokie. I'll go now. And even if you don't choose me to go live with you, you can ask for my number so we can hang out. I think we could be very good friends. Bye. Well, that was Dana. She's an interesting girl, isn't she? Okay, next is a Lamia girl. Her name is Kari, and she is 25 years old. Good evening, human. My name is Kari Azaria, and as you can tell from my beautiful scaly tail, I'm a Lamia. I hope you're not afraid of me, my cute little human. Are you sure a giant snake like me isn't something to be afraid of? I mean, I am at least 5 times longer than you, my little human. And at least 10 times stronger. Aren't I a little scary? What? Too pretty to be scary? Well, thank you, human. Oh, and, what is your name? That's a cute name. Well, as you know, I'm trying to get the chance to spend 1 year in a human country, mostly because I'm interested in learning about your culture and society. It would really mean a lot if you helped me out on this. Oh, well, yes, I am from a country inhabited almost entirely by Lamias. With a few exceptions, those being some humans who are, part of an old arrangement with our neighboring country. But I'm sure you're not interested in politics. Let's talk about something else. Oh, yes, human culture is very different from ours. You have all those interesting, weird things like, well, your food, for one thing. Lamia's food is mostly just meat, usually raw, sometimes eggs. The things you eat, like pizza, cupcakes, ice cream, it's all new and so delicious. Oh, but it's not just about the food. Your music and art is all so different and diverse. All so new, so refreshing. My country is pretty isolated from the rest of the world. Mostly because in ancient times, when we tried to connect with humanity, we were almost always chased away as monsters. Oh no, you don't need to feel bad about it, little human. That was centuries ago. Oh, that's right, museums. If I get to visit a human country, I would love to visit some art museums and art galleries and expositions. Tell me, is there anything like that around your city? Oh, that's great. What other interesting places are there around your city, little human? Oh, that sounds lovely. And tell me, what do you normally do with your free time, my little cutie? Oh, that's interesting. I would like to try that at least once. Oh, I guess our time is up. Hope I made a good first impression. See you soon, little human. Well, that was Kari. What do you think of her? Yes, she is like that. Oh, yes, the next girl is a little different. I must warn you that her appearance may not be what you're used to. Not that you're at all used to seeing non-human girls, but this one is a bit less humanoid, so please just be polite and don't be shocked when she... What? What the heck? Is that you, Lily?
Yeah, it's me. You should have seen your face. People always react like that when I turn into them for the first time. Don't worry, I'll go back to my normal form. There, is that better?
Yes, thank you, Lily. Well, as you can see, her natural appearance is a little...
You don't need to complicate yourself so much, just say it. I look like a ball of lime jello with eyes. Don't worry, it doesn't offend me. It's just what my species looks like. You wouldn't get offended if I called you a bald ape. Oh, you would? Weird. I'll keep that in mind.
All right, I will leave you two alone so you can get to know each other.
Well, yeah, anyway, my name is Lily. I'm a shapeshifter. Nice to meet you, dude. Yeah, my species is not that well known. We don't appear too much in mythology. Not like Lamias or werewolves. I guess probably the closest thing to us you can find in any mythology would be doppelgangers. I think that's from Germanic mythology, but I'm not actually sure. Well, probably the reason why we're not mentioned is because anytime we try to interact with humans, we just take on their appearance. And because in our normal form, we don't really look like something most people identify as living creatures. A plutonium jellyfish, cool. Yeah, I guess I kinda do look like a jellyfish. I don't know if there's any 80-pound jellyfish out there, though. So anyway, tell me about your house. Do you live alone or with your parents or roommates or whatever? Aw, sweet, dude. So can I have my own room? Ah, great. I never had my own room. You know, back where I'm from, where my species lives, we just hide out in caves for most of our childhoods. We only go out after we're good enough at shapeshifting to take on the form of something that can walk. And that is seriously difficult. Yeah, I was living in an actual cave until like 6 months ago, with about 200 more of my siblings and cousins, too. It was crazy. I find human households so quiet and peaceful. Less than 10 humans at a time, and they all have different rooms. That's awesome. And I heard the parents allow their offspring to close their doors and have privacy. It's like a dream. Oh, well, I don't really know my parents. We don't reproduce like you do. When we finish our life cycle, we explode into a lot of small pieces, and then each piece turns into a new creature. But don't worry, I won't explode at your house. That'd be crazy. You'd have to deal with like 20 baby balls of green jello trying to eat your furniture. We only explode after we reach our complete life cycle, and that's around 200 years. I'm only 20, so it'll be a while before I have to worry about that. Oh, about eating furniture. Well, yes, I can eat wood. I prefer normal food. But when we're young, we just eat anything that's nearby, including wood, poop, carrion, sometimes even plastic. That makes us sick, but we eat it anyway if there's nothing else. Oh, things I like to eat. Like as a grown-up. Fries. And vanilla ice cream. Oh, and that thing you humans like to make sandwiches with? It's brown. Yeah, peanut butter. I like to eat that with a spoon. I can eat like 3 pounds of that every day. It's so freaking delicious. I think my perfect dinner would be a bowl of vanilla ice cream with a jar of peanut butter and a big order of fries. And before you say it, my species doesn't have any health problems eating stuff like that. I can survive on lard if I want to. And I do. Lard. And I'll never have a heart attack. I mean, that's pretty obvious. I don't have any internal organs. Yeah, it's pretty neat. I can eat whatever I want. I can fit inside a suitcase. My lifespan is 3 times that of a human. And I can do this. Yes, this is my favorite form. Morgan Freeman. Imagine going to a party and saying, "Hey, let me introduce you to my roomie." And I walk in like this. It'll be awesome. Ooh, or this one. Yeah, the Dalai Lama. Or what about this? "Happy birthday, Mr. President." Yeah, it's Marilyn Monroe. I still have to work on the voices. But the appearance is exactly the same. I'm pretty good at this if I do say so myself. Time's up. Well, I'm leaving now. See you later, my dude.
Well, that was Lily. She is funny, isn't she? Quite the prankster, but she's a very nice girl. She's only been here for 2 days and she's already taking on my shape. That's a little scary. Well, there is one last girl I need you to meet. Her name is Audrey. She's a whole star, and she is 36 years old.
You can't just go around saying my age like that.
I'm sorry, dear. It's part of the protocol. Well, I'll leave you alone so you can talk a little and try to get to know each other, if you'll excuse me. All right, well, where should I begin? Well, as you know, my name is Audrey, and I'm a whole star. You can tell by my ears and my tail and my horns. They are tiny horns, but you can still see them. Oh, don't you know anything about my species? Well, you know the Minotaur, right? Well, we are a subspecies of Minotaur. We are more human-friendly, though. A regular Minotaur tends to be a little on the violent side. We, on the other hand, are kind by nature. Not that I want to say anything Minotaurophobic or anything. It's just that most of them, well, bless their hearts, their culture is just more prone to that type of conduct. Well, yes, as a female Holstar, I am what you could call a cowgirl. Yeehaw. Yes, I've heard it all before. Oh, yes, I am pretty tall for human standards. I'm a little over 7 feet, which is more or less average for my kind. Maybe I look a little intimidating to you, but don't worry, I just want to get along with you. Humans are so cute. Oh, I know it might sound a little too sudden, but can I hug you? Yeah, come here. That's right. Do you feel more comfortable around me now? Can I touch your hair? Oh, I'm sorry. Is this too much? I'm so sorry. I don't know that much about human culture. I thought this much should be fine, but... well, yes, we Holstar are like this normally. If we see someone feeling nervous or anxious, we do our best to comfort them. In my town, everyone knows each other, and everyone's friends with everyone else. It's not weird for friends or even just acquaintances to hug each other, or to rest their heads on each other's laps, or to take naps together under the shade of the dogwood trees. Don't humans do that kind of thing? Oh, I wish I'd known that sooner. I must have made you feel uncomfortable. Oh, I didn't? What a relief. Oh, gee, could you tell? I've never gone outside my own hometown, so I've never interacted with humans. Actually, that's why I want to go to a human country. I want to make lots of friends among the humans. Oh, my time is up. Well, I have to go now. I hope you choose me. All right, and Audrey is the last of the girls today. Well, now that you've had a chance to talk with all the girls who are hoping to spend the next year living with you, do you have any idea who you'd like to choose?